Hello, I'm making a little tutorial on how to fix your mouth tracking settings and also set up your expressions with your character here model. So first things first, you want to make sure you have your model in the program. So if you haven't done that, you click import your own model. If you open the folder, it'll open up where you need to put the zip file I've provided you in, and then you'll click OK. It might take a second for it to load. But after you load it, you should find it. It's your character here underscore and then your username. So once you open it, it's gonna pop up with this prompt and you're gonna click auto setup and you're gonna click OK. So this is just the base. It looks okay. However, we can make it better. So we're gonna go to settings, and it should take you to the model settings, which is up here in the top left corner. If it doesn't, just make sure you're on this one. You're going to want to click no icon. There will be an icon in here. It'll be labeled BTS underscore icon, and then you'll click on that. You're going to scroll down a little bit and disable movement config. I don't like it on my models. I don't recommend it on models unless, you know, the person who made it says you should have it on it, but most people you say you shouldn't have it on. You're going to press this little blue button in the right corner. It's a down button. It'll take you all the way to the bottom. You have to add one if you do not have a tablet on your model. So you're going to want to type in mouth X and click select, and then do the same thing again. Click mouth X. You can test by moving your jaw left and right. It's hard for me to do it, but you can tell that I have it enabled. You're going to add this only if you have a tablet toggle. So you're going to type in mouse position X, and then you will do the same corresponding. It's called mouse X. And you're going to do the same, but Y, mouse position Y, mouse Y, and then that's set up. So then you're going to go to this filter bar down here, right there, and type mouth. You can ignore mouth X, we just set that up. So now we have mouth smile and mouth open. So I'm going to teach you something really interesting really quickly. So the input setting is the information you are sending to your phone or webcam, regardless of what you're using. It's the information that comes from your face and gets put in the program. Output is what the information gets turned into in VTube Studio. So typically you shouldn't really touch output. That's normally like specific Live 2D settings. So like you'll see max 1, -1 minimum. That's Live 2D stuff. So you don't really have to worry about that most of the time. You really want to change the left side. So you'll see here where it says 1. 1 is the maximum output. So for mouth smile, in this case, it's how big you smile. So if it's really easy for you to smile, then you should make it a higher number. So that way it takes a little bit more effort in order for your character to smile. And then it's the same for frowning. So if it's kind of hard for you to frown, you can change this number to something like 0.25. I think that's what I have it at usually. And you can already see the tracking's a bit better. I do also change the input on the or the number on the output side, the bottom one, to -1.5. This is up to you. Personally, it just makes the shapes a lot easier to get to, specifically O shapes. If you don't have VBridger, which I don't have on any of my models, it's a little harder to make certain shapes, especially if you don't have like the best lighting in your room. So making that number a little bigger helps make those shapes specifically. So once you have mouth smile set up, we're going to do the same thing for mouth open. Mouth open's the same thing, except literally how wide your mouth opens. So you'll see it has 1. I think this is default 1. I don't know why it's at 2. But so the input is how wide you can open your mouth. Normally I have this, I believe, at like a smaller number because I tend to mumble. So take into account also what you do normally when you stream with a model, or what you would do. For me, I tend to mumble a lot, so it's easier for me to put it at a smaller number, so it's easier for me to open my mouth on my model. And you'll notice that my mouth is kind of glitching and it's like not shut all the way. You can change this, so if you were to be completely silent and not talking, the number that you get, which for me is 0.02, that's what the default state is for you when your mouth is closed. So I make it like 2 or 3 above the number that I'm given, so that way it doesn't open. And also, if you see the glitching with your smile like I have right now, you can change the smoothing on it. I wouldn't recommend anything over 10. I normally just do it for mouth smile, but you can do it for mouth open if you're having issues with your mouth bugging open. But other than that, that's most of the tracking fixed. You can also optionally change the head turn. I wouldn't recommend changing it unless you have issues like turning your head, or like your monitor is in a specific place where it doesn't turn properly on your model. So like I just keep it at default. The only thing that I've changed is Y, because it is harder for me to move my head up and down. So that's a good example. If you have trouble moving your head up and down and you still want the model to track your head moving up and down, but like to not give yourself a headache and shake your head like a maraca, you can change that too. Now we're gonna move on to toggles. Toggles are super easy. You can go to expression editor. I should already have these set up for you, but if it's not set up, you're gonna click create new expression and click select, and you're gonna scroll all the way down to the bottom, and it should be toggle 4. And you're going to put this all the way up, and you're gonna name it tablet. And then once you do that, you can click this button, create new hotkeys for all unused expressions, or just click on the expression and click select, and then click save. Or no, it is this one. Oops. Oopsie. Anyway, it'll set it up for you, and all you need to do is put a keybind to it. Mine are typically on my numpad. And since we put the mouse inputs earlier on, it automatically has the mouse tracking on here, so it's super easy peasy for you. So yeah, that's how you make your mouth tracking a little better. If you have any more questions, do let me know. I'm pretty much free all the time. If you need help fixing some tracking settings, or there's some bugs or errors in your rigging, please do let me know. I have tested everything, but if something does come up, I'd be more than glad to fix it. So